to solve problems that are related to Zener diode and Zener voltage regulator. Before we begin the discussion of the problem statement, let me just give a brief introduction about what is this Zener diode. When a PN junction diode is reversed biased, the current through the junction will be very small. So actually it will stop here. However, if the magnitude of the reverse bias reaches a certain critical value, a certain amount of avalanche breakdown can happen and a large current may occur, but that will definitely destroy the diode. But by varying the degree of doping of the diode, semiconductor diode, the diodes with specific breakdown voltage can be fabricated. And if that particular junction is well designed, then the breakdown will be very sharp and the current after the breakdown will be independent of the voltage, and such diodes are designed for specific breakdown voltages are known as Zener diodes. They are useful much in the voltage regulator circuits because as the load current or the supply voltage, or here you can see here, once you increase your reverse voltage, the current through the diode will be a constant one. So the current through the Zener diode will accommodate itself to these changes to maintain a constant load voltage. So the upper limit on the diode current is definitely determined by the power dissipation rating of the diode. Now let us read the problem statement. For the Zener diode network shown below, we need to estimate the voltage across this load resistance and VR, which is the voltage across this resistance 1 kilo ohm, and current through this Zener diode, and PZ is finally the power dissipated by the Zener diode. So that also we need to determine, and also we need to repeat the same with RL resistance equal to 3 kilo ohms. If we further look into this Zener diode network, we can see that this is a simple Zener diode regulator which maintains at 10 volt, and the applied DC voltage is also fixed and the load resistor is also fixed. So that we need to understand from this circuit, because in the next video I'll show some problems that are related to fixed VI, variable RL, and fixed RL and variable VI. So in that case also we will observe what happens to the Zener diode, whether that will act as a voltage regulator. Okay, so now here for this particular problem, VI is fixed and RL is fixed. The same thing we are going to repeat for part B with the fixed RL as 3 kilo ohms. Okay, so don't confuse that we are changing RL from 1.2 kilo ohms to 3 kilo ohms. So therefore the load resistance is changing. Here it is fixed. We are going to repeat the same part again with 3 kilo ohms and observe what happens to the Zener voltage and the power dissipation factor. So fundamentally, this circuit analysis can be broken down into two steps. One is we need to determine the state of the Zener diode by first removing it from the network and calculate the voltage across the resulting open circuit. So that we will do first, and then we need to substitute the appropriate equivalent circuit in the second step and solve for the desired unknowns. Okay, so now let us proceed with the first step, where we remove this Zener diode from the given network and calculate the voltage across the resulting open circuit, which will be VL in such case. Now we need to find out what is this open circuited voltage, which is capital V. Okay, so this is the read-on circuit. Now let us apply the simple voltage division rule across this network. So therefore the voltage V across the open circuit will be RL divided by, because two resistors that are connected in series, so therefore voltage is actually dividing. So it is across RL, we need to measure what is this open circuited voltage. So it is RL divided by R plus RL into VI is the input voltage, and therefore we know all these values, just substitute. This will be 1.2 kilo ohms divided by 1 plus 1.2 kilo ohms into 16 volts. So this will give us the open circuited voltage as 8.73 volts. Since the open circuited voltage is less than the Zener voltage of 10 volt, we can say that the diode is completely in off state, and then the load voltage across this resistance RL will be exactly equal to the open circuited voltage. So therefore VL will be equal to V, which is equal to 8.73 volts. Now, the left out part is we need to calculate VR, which is the voltage across this resistance R equal to 1 kilo ohm. And this is an open circuited network, and therefore my complete network is a closed loop. So therefore you can easily apply KVL, and therefore you can observe that VR will be equivalent to VI minus VL, which is equal to 16 minus 8.73 volts equal to 7.27 volts. And in an open circuited network, the IZ will be 0 because there is no Zener diode, and the diode is also in off state. So therefore, Zener current will be 0 amps, and therefore the power dissipated by the Zener diode will be VZ into IZ. That will also be 0 watts. Now the same procedure we are going to implement for RL equal to 3 kilo ohm and find out what is VL, VR, IL, IR, IZ and PZ. So now for RL equal to 3 kilo ohm, first let us understand what is the capital V, because initially the first step says remove the Zener diode and find out what is the open circuited voltage. So that is again RL divided by R plus RL into VI, and instead of 1.2 kilo ohm, we are going to substitute here 3 kilo ohms. It is 3 into 16 volts divided by R is the same 1 kilo ohm, only RL is changed as 3 kilo ohms. So this if you solve, you will be getting 12 volts. Now here comes the pure analysis, where the open circuited voltage V is equal to 12 volt, which is greater than V is equal to 10 volt. Therefore, the Zener diode is in on state, and the appropriate equivalent model should now be substituted in the second step. Now, this equivalent circuit looks similar to a Zener diode acting as a voltage regulator, because you consider that here the voltage is across these two parallel elements, the VZ and VL. Because the voltage across parallel elements, we know that it must be same. Therefore, VL is going to be equal to VZ, which is 10 volts. So therefore, the Zener diode will now retain this voltage of 10 volts. Now, this Zener diode current has to be determined, and after that, it is very easy to find out the power dissipated by the Zener diode. So before continuing, it is particularly important to realize that the first step that was employed was only to determine the state of the Zener diode. If the Zener diode is in the on state, the voltage across the diode is not the V volts. When the system is actually turned on, the Zener diode will turn on as soon as the voltage across the Zener diode is VZ volts. It will then lock in at this level, and it will never reach the higher level of V volts. So therefore, it will be constant at VL equal to 10 volts for this particular example. So this is how we need to understand the Zener diode circuit analysis. And that is the reason here I have taken the second part with RL equal to 3 kilo ohms, because in the first part when RL was equal to 1.2 kilo ohms, the Zener diode was in off state and the equivalent network was like a open circuited network. But here when the RL is increased, but here also the RL is fixed only like your VI, but the Zener diode is entering into the on state, and therefore VL will be exactly equal to VZ, which is 10 volt. Now to estimate VR across this resistance, now this network forms as a closed loop. So therefore it is minus VI plus VR plus VZ equal to 0 according to KVL. And therefore from this we can write down the equation for VR is equal to VI minus VL, which was 16 minus 10 equal to 6 volts. And similarly, we can find out what is IL. IL was equal to VL by RL. We know VL, which is 10 volts, divided by RL is here 3 kilo ohms, which is now equivalent to 3.33 milliamps. Similarly, IR will be equal to VR by R. So all the values we have calculated with respect to the voltages. So it is very easy to find out the current values. So this will be 6 volt and R is 1 kilo ohm. This will be 6 milliamps, and I is Z, will be equal to IR minus IL because we are going to apply Kirchhoff's current law to the node. So at this junction, the sum of currents entering the junction will be equal to the sum of currents leaving the junction. So therefore, IR will be equal to IZ plus IL. And therefore, from this, we can easily identify what is IZ, which is IR minus IL. And now we have all these values. IR is equal to 6 milliamps. IL was 3.33 milliamps. So therefore, Zener diode current will be equal to 2.67 milliamps. And finally, the power dissipated by the Zener diode that we need to calculate, PZ is equal to VZ into IZ, where VZ was 10 volt into 2.67 milliamps, which is going to give us 26.7 milliwatts is the power dissipated by the Zener diode, which is actually less when compared to the specified maximum Zener diode power rating of 30 milliwatts. So this also we should verify when we complete the problem. I hope you all have understood what is Zener diode and how Zener diode is going to act as a voltage regulator in a particular network, and what are the conditions that the Zener diode will act as a voltage regulator. And we have seen one problem and we have understood how to estimate the unknown parameters such as VL, VR, IL, IR, IZ and the power dissipated, and how the power dissipation should be, which should be actually less than the specified maximum Zener diode power rating. And we have lots to continue with the Zener diode, because in the next video I will solve one problem with respect to fixed VI variable RL and one more problem with variable VI and fixed RL. So these videos will definitely enhance our understanding with Zener diode as a voltage regulator. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching this video through Electronics Insight channel.